Zelda Notes is an awesome application. Now, I was completely wrong about this app because originally when Nintendo announced this during the Nintendo Direct, I just thought this application was some kind of app to justify the price of their upgrade passes. But no, no, no. Now that I've actually tested and played with Zelda Notes with Breath of the Wild, I can tell you that this right here is worth it in a way because I've been loving how you can play through the game, but at the same time, collect Koroks, shrines, and just pretty much 100% the game on your adventure. Because before, you would usually take the steps like this: complete the game first, go and talk to all the champions, go and save the day, maybe beat Ganon, and then go back and try to 100% the game. But this time around, I've been actually using Zelda Notes as I play through the game. Started off with the Great Plateau, and then was just going around the place, just completing Korok seeds so I can get more and more Korok seeds. And now I can finally see what it's like to get maxed out Korok seeds and get all the shrines. And I've been just collecting Korok seeds, whatever crosses my path. And I really like how the guide of Zelda Notes is really interesting because she's like, all right, go keep going north, proceed north to the Korok seed. But if you decide to move away from that, maybe you're not looking, staring bones at your phone all the time. It's like, all right, you're going the wrong way. So make sure that you're relocating. So, anyways, it just keeps telling you which way you're supposed to go. Now, not only can you use this for Korok seeds, but you can use this for a whole bunch of things. Like, for example, you can use it for Stone Taluses, Hinoxes, Moldugas, Lynels. You can use it for the main major enemies in a way. So overall, that right there is really cool. You could also use it for, of course, Korok seeds, towers, shrines, stables, also villages if you needed to find villages, random buildings, and shops, and also other places, whatever that means. So overall, that right there is really fantastic. You can even find different side quests that you actually missed. It'll show you where the location is to start off that side quest, and you can go on to talk to the person that you completely forgot to talk to. So overall, that's another big bonus for me. And also, you can go and see which memories, where all the memories are. But you might be thinking, is this cheating? So I'm just looking down, staring daggers at my phone all the time, trying to find all the Koroks, trying to find all the collectibles. Doesn't that ruin the fun? Well, I would say, if you've already completed the game, well, I mean, it's been 8 years. Maybe some of you haven't completed the game, and this is a great way for that because then you can play through the game at a fresh save file like I've been doing and try to 100% the game. Right there is pretty awesome. Now, not only do you get some nice navigations, but you also get add-ons to the story by voice memories. Voice memories is another great thing about this app because when you just walk into a building or something, maybe you'll unlock a voice memory. There's 125 different voice memories to choose from, and you can just get them at a moment's notice. Or maybe you have to go to a specific location to get this voice memory, which is mostly for all of them, but maybe you'll just randomly walk upon a building and find the voice memory. So overall, I think that that's really cool. There's also essentially achievements in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. By just completing tasks, you can get different achievements. Maybe that's just going to be use amiibos. You use amiibos, you get more and more badges until you get the highest badge, which is really cool, which is the Master's Badge. It goes from bronze, silver, gold, and then Master, depending on what you use. Maybe it's Sheikah powers. You got to keep using your Sheikah powers. 100's the bronze one, the 300's the silver one, gold is 500, and Master is 1000. So you do that, and it's pretty great. Now, not only do you get all of this stuff, but you also get the global leaderboard. Now, you can see everyone's global play data, so you can try to compete with them if you want to go and collect a whole bunch of rubies. Well, you can go and collect a whole bunch of rubies and see how that stacks up to the global leaderboard. Also, you get the daily bonus by spinning this nice wheel. You get a pick from a variety of different food buffs to help you on your adventure. How nice of you. Then it gives you a reason to go and look at the app every day if you want a nice, simple little food things. Now, this is one of the features that I've used a bit less, but I still love how this is a thing that you can do. So overall, it's really cool. And then you got amiibos. You can see your collection of amiibos, and depending on how many times you scan that amiibo, it'll show how many different bonuses you get. And once you scan them up to 5 times, you can, get a big bonus. Now, I kind of wish that you were able to scan it like more than once a day, but it's still a thing that maybe we'll see sometime in the future. But overall, this application has so much to offer, and I can't wait to see more. There's also the photo studio mode where you can take screenshots and stuff inside the game, and you can start editing your pictures inside of the application if you want to use it as a YouTube thumbnail or something like that. Overall, it's really interesting. You can make it your own beautiful Zelda picture or something like that. Then there's even something like item sharing, which is a really interesting feature, and I kind of wish you were able to do it from globally, but you can do it with your friends. If your friends have the Nintendo Switch 2 version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, you can send over some items. If you want to help them out with giving them a Lionel Greatsword or something, or a Lionel Stonecrusher, well, you can send that over and they'll be on their way. Overall, it's really awesome, and I think Zelda Notes is a great application. Now, with all of this good news out of the way, is there some bad negativity things about Zelda Notes? Well, I would say that there is some things that I would say maybe they should upgrade or update in the future. My main concern, my main big thing is why in the world is this application not on Nintendo Switch 2? Now, that would be my big main thing, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. Because then you can just flick open your phone. All right, so I want to go here. Okay, so you just look back down on your second screen essentially, and then you keep playing the game. On the Nintendo Switch 2, maybe they could have made it so you can remap the C button. Let's just say that a couple of years from now, you're not paying for Switch Online, but you have a random C button on your controller. What if you can remap that to a different tab? So then you can use Zelda Notes as that thing. Maybe it'll show up on the side of your screen or something, which would have been really cool because now that you have the mouse controls, you can easily navigate to that. But overall, really interesting. Another thing that I would say maybe they could have fixed was the item sharing thing. Now, let's just say that you don't have any friends that have a Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Well, guess what? You can't use the item share thing. And I wasn't able to use the item sharing feature. But overall, I think that just maybe a little addition to that would have been really cool. But overall, besides that, I think that Zelda Notes is a really awesome application. It has so much to offer, and everything associated to Zelda Notes is really creative in a way. I love the fact that you can 100% the game. You can just look down at your phone within a tap of a button. You can see where the Koroks are, where the shrines are, where the towers are, maybe even where the Lionels are. You want to try to complete all of the quests for Kilton, and you need to collect all the Lionels and stuff. Instead of looking up, trying to search every single crevice of the internet, trying to find a perfect guide for everything, and then look at this map, staring at your screen saying, okay, so this is where all the Koroks are, this is where all the Lionels are, this is where whatever all of this stuff is. You can look down at your phone, you can blur things out, and you can make it pretty much yours. If you want to have all the Koroks show up at once, there you go, you can have it all. If you want to have every single thing on the list show up at once, you can do that as well. Now, I'm not promising that you'll be able to see the things very great because, it's a tiny screen unless you're doing this on an iPad or something. But overall, the point is, you can do anything with this app, and it's really creative. It's really awesome. So I was completely wrong at the end of the day about Zelda Notes. I think the app is perfect. It's just, there's a couple things that are like, but you could throw those out the windows and say it's a great app. For the price that you're paying for this, what is it, $15 Canadian and $10 US, I believe? That is a great application because I don't know. It's pretty awesome to see all the collectibles and things. And now you can finally get the feeling of finally 100%ing the Breath of the Wild in Tears of the Kingdom. And if you did that before Zelda Notes ever came out, hey, hats off to you. That right there is a massive accomplishment. Pat yourself on the back and say, we did it before Zelda Notes. And you got a save file to prove that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about Zelda Notes? Do you think that it's a great application or do you think it's something? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And with that being said, see you on the next one.